he stands up and you see him now put a harness around his waist and kind of he plugs a pistol into the holster. Very kind of bandolier-esque sort of setup, like a cowboy kind of setup. He looks at the rest of you. Well, go get your guys' equipment and we'll peek outside.
All right, let's go strap up.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, clack, snap, snap, snap.
You guys go ahead and grab all of your equipment, and as we go out, we are going to take a little bit of a break.
Sweet.
Okay.
Woo! Back in about 10 minutes.
Woo! BRB.
BRB. The front of the ship. Okay.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole ship. Ooh, excuse me. Is within the chamber. So, on that sneezy note, in my shirt. I'm really hoping you cut that one out.
Oh, of course. It's whenever you start. I'm not going to just get you at your worst moment.
All right. So,
just
for this part,
play it repetitively throughout the entire video.
Brasha, we're going to be paying attention on this one, aren't we?
Or you're going to
My
die.
dude. Here. You can just take those off. I didn't put them there for anything except they were just.
You started walking them across. I was like,
I thought they were something.
two guard drones enter the room. Like,
exterminate.
You must come with us for processing.
All right. So we are back, and as you all are getting ready to get out, I should probably ask: are you guys doing anything before stepping out into the? Stepping out of the submersible?
no, just making sure, that everything's ready to go for both me and Buzz.
Yep. Properly locked and loaded.
Just do a quick
Batteries.
chamber check. Just
Sitting there,
clack.
how now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
You're the face.
So
Making
Chase.
sure my lips are limber.
Chase pushes through. Excuse me. He climbs up the ladder. Right here. And the hatch. The smell that comes in when you first see the hatch open up is a very stale kind of smell. It's
Like musty.
It's very musty. It's got a strange.
Is it like a wet
kind of-
musty, or is it like a death musty,
Like a
or
dank.
like
No,
like
it's
Dank
it's-
suicide.
it's-
or like a
musty.
or is it like a
musty
sweaty
dust.
nutsack musty?
No, it's definitely not that.
Which one is it?
It smells as if you had gone into a very damp cave, and it's
I've been in a damn cave or two.
Really?
it's got a very off-putting kind of texture to the smell itself. You're taken back a little bit. You're like, oh, is something rotting? But no, it's not rotting. It's more of a very bitter kind of smell.
It
It's
smells
a
like
very-
how the ocean floor would smell.
Really, yeah. If you drag something up from the very deep ocean,
Oh,
probably
just anything
what
from
it
the
would
bottom
smell.
of a lake even to bring
Yeah.
that up and smell that.
Yeah, it's
Just
a very
nasty.
odd smell.
Mm-hmm.
And
Smells like fish
stepping
farts.
up now with his, gun unholstered and his wrist flashlight kind of pointing outwards, you see Chase. You guys better get up here and see this. So he ascends the ladder. You guys all pour out, and your arrangement is fine right there as you guys all come out. Okay. So one by one, who's the first one to come out?
I'll pop out.
You're going out first? You're hopping out? Okay. All right. So you step out, and the lights now cascading from the ship barely illuminate the interior. It gives it a very kind of half-shadowed kind of exterior to the ship, as well as the surrounding room. And the smell now is pretty vibrant. It's not choking, but it's definitely got a very off sort of smell, and it should not, even with, you've been on a space station before, and in some cases, you know what recycled air smells like.
It doesn't smell that bad.
Does not smell. This is something off.
Am I able to discover where the scent's coming from, or is it just everywhere?
Well, just that's what I'm getting to, just going through like the smells. But as you're now, I'm assuming, you know, in similar fashion, do you take out your flashlight and everything as well? Just kind of cascading around. As you're looking, you see.
My little dude's still putting out light too, isn't he? He puts out light.
You can, yeah.
You're in like 10 feet, and then it gets dim.
It's I believe 10 foot bright or normal light, and then dim light another 10 past it. I'm not sure about the distance on that.
I can't remember
If you want it. But it's casting off a sizable amount of light, and you now see, as you're looking around the room, it really looks like the interior of just a metal docking station. You know, the water itself is settling out from the ship, docking into position.
Dim light 20 feet.
Dim light 20 feet? Okay. All right. So the interior now you see is a very off kind of shade of green. It's not unfamiliar to what you saw in some of the Kahlo buildings, but it seems slightly tarnished. So like kind of like a very darker version of the Statue of Liberty's, color, just a more moss kind of colored. Looking around the room, give me a perception check as you're coming out, and if you guys all want to join in as well, you can do so. As you guys are all coming out.
I'm gonna be the last one.
15.
15?
12.
12.
Ten.
10? Okay.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Well, noticing the strange things around the room are actually what appear to be barnacle-like structures. They dot the corners of the room, kind of in the uppermost portions, and stretch along the frame of the room itself. You see in each hallway direction the bulkheads are sealed, and they don't seem to have any lights coming from the actual panels next to them, but you notice that each doorway is kind of arrayed around with those same barnacle-like structures.
I'm curious. Can I take a closer look at these barnacles?
Certainly. The gantry is a short 10-foot walk to the nearest door in front of you. Alright, so you go ahead and you walk up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you're just walking forward and you're taking a look at that. Okay. As you're approaching, it's a very strange sort of structure. It's a mixture of like light blues, deep greens, high points of white, and you swear it's almost looks like it's got some motion to it.
Can I come up and...
Yeah, I want to wave the scientist up.
Okay.
Like, just look at this shit.
So you're moving forward this way. Chase, who's kind of going the opposite direction, Mo is following him as they seem to be doing a similar kind of, walk. And you see now as you're approaching, that same barnacle-like structure seems to just be a general lattice, but it really seems concentrated around the edges of the door frame.
door frame.
It just seems like there's a higher concentration around it, but it's very lightly patterned around the room itself.
I'm gonna make sure that he's all set to go, no weapons loaded and everything, and send Buzz out.
And after like a second, I'm sure you probably all are aware, or you're already aware of this, but just reading some of the air values, probably smells pretty bad in here.
Wow.
That's why I didn't build you with a nose. Save you some stress.
Oh, boss, I knew I loved you.
Bow, bow, bow.
What's that, Skada?
Hmm?
Hmm?
I didn't say
I
anything.
think it's less of a bow chicka wow wow and more of a bing ding 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 ding.
So are you
ding,
taking a
ding.
closer look at the?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of brace Soren to like step back a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go in. It's because it's like pulsing.
I want to
really
like
big.
resist a little bit, just enough to like put out. I ain't no bitch.
All right.
All right. So he kind of stands near you.
Is this a physical science?
Yeah. Are you just kind of? Are you like looking at it? What is it that you're doing?
I'm gonna inspect it as close as I can and do physical science.
I mean, like touching it.
Yeah.
Trying to.
I'm gonna get a sample of it. If I
Okay.
can.
All right. Go ahead and give me a physical science check. It's actually going to be life science because this is organic. Physical science would be non-organic stuff.
Minerals and stuff.
Yep.
9. 9. Okay. Yeah. I didn't see the line.
9.
13.
13? Okay. So you're just using like your knife?
Mm-hmm. My combat knife.
All right.
Yep. My survival knife, I guess.
So as you lean in, you see now that sort of swaying that he had noticed before. It almost seems like the top part of the barnacle seems to be kind of moving, like almost like kelp would underwater. It's really weird how the motion of it almost seems like it's submerged, but it's not. And when your knife approaches, it almost seems, you swear, to sway away from it as you're approaching.
Can I hesitate then?
You hesitate and it seems to sway back. You're not really sure. You think your mind might have been playing tricks on you. It seems like it's really just
Did I notice this?
reaction. I mean, you're just standing there.
No.
I can't. I mean, it's.
But he barely even like perceived it.
It's a very subtle thing because he's really up close and you're just kind of standing there. So I mean, it's not really something you notice. I mean, you notice the motion.
Right.
You're not sure.
motion?
You see it swaying back, and it's just kind of the subtlest change in its pattern. You swear.
This could be an illusion, Soren.
What makes you say that?
Well, I've never seen anything do this. Move like this.
That is true. I thought that was kind of strange as well.
Have you seen barnacles of any sort just start morphing?
I haven't really seen many barnacles in my time, but no.
Well, let's leave this door for now.
Yeah.
Let's go see what Chase and Theta, or Chase and Mo, pull up.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So, heading back across the gantry, you see Chase, who isn't, touching the barnacles, but Mo seems to be quite fascinated with them. He's looking at them and he's tapping on his display and he's like slapping it because you can see like the readouts kind of.
Mo,
Seems to have
what are these things?
I don't know. They seem some sort of organic life form. It's not just simply underwater plant life. I seem to be detecting. I really can't tell you because it seems like whatever interference is being put off in the area is really hindering my scans of this substance. He leans in closer. It's certainly fascinating, though. I've never seen anything of its like.
I know. Would it be okay if we took a sample of it?
I was kind of thinking the same thing. He kind of opens up his bag.
I tried. I should warn you that I was almost sure that it moved on me when I was about to grab it.
Moved on you. He leans in a little bit closer. Amazing. The structure, while at a distance, seems solid. The movements, they're subtle, but I see what you mean. They seem to shift.
Have you seen anything like this before?
I can't say that I have.
Could this be just a major organism, like how reefs are created, where it's just one huge biome in its own?
He looks around the room. Well, this seems to be the fringe collection of some sort of combined organism, but
We need to find the source of where this is originated.
agreed. And I mean, sample here would certainly do us well, but I feel that whatever is
There's a
originating
bigger
from-
sample somewhere here.
Agreed.